Good night, Lowndes County. My name is Miss April Ruff, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at Central Elementary School. Tonight, we'll read one more story about Franklin. Franklin the turtle in the first story was bossy, but tonight, Franklin's all at home, and his room and all of his things are becoming a little messy. This book was written by Paulette Bourgeois, illustrated by Brenda Clark. Let's go over the parts of the book, boys and girls. This is the front of the book, the spine, which holds the pages together, and the back of the book. Our vocabulary word tonight won't be a sight word, it'll be a vocabulary word. This word is annoyed. Can you say annoyed with me? Annoyed. Let's spell the word annoyed. 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 When you can become annoyed with something, it bothers you a lot. And it really gets on your nerves, and you start getting frustrated and angry. Franklin's room is about to be getting real messy, y'all. And guess what? He is going to be what? Annoyed. Let's begin reading. Franklin is messy. Franklin could count forwards and backwards. He could set zippers and button buttons. He could count by twos and tie his shoes. But Franklin was so messy that he could hardly ever find his things, even special things. How do you think Franklin can solve the problem of being messy? Can you think of ways to help Franklin be clean and tidy? As we're reading, think about that question. How could we help Franklin, or how could Franklin help himself become clean and tidy and keep things in order? Let's keep reading to find out. One day, Franklin searched for his sword. It was special because he had made it himself from cardboard and wood and string. Franklin needed it to play nice in armor with his friends. He looked all over. He found a bag of marbles he thought he had lost. He found a bag of brown apple cores. He even found his favorite baseball cap, but he couldn't find his sword. Can't find it through all that mess. Have you seen my sword? Franklin asked his mother. Franklin's mother looked around his room. She shook her head. All I see is a big mess. Please tidy this room before you go out to play. Franklin muttered to himself, why all the fuss about a little mess? He had more important things to worry about. He might miss playing nights with his friends. Franklin hurried. He opened his closet and heaped a handful of books inside. He piled all his blocks in the middle of the room. He threw his cap in the corner and put the apple core in a drawer. All done, he said to himself. Still, he had not found his sword. Oh no, should you put an apple inside your drawer? Should you put books inside the closet? Should you just put your blocks in the middle of the floor, boys and girls? No. Let's see what's going on with Franklin. By the time Franklin reached Bear's house, his friends were already playing knights in armor. Bear slashed the air with his sword. Beaver lunged at evil dragons. Hurry, Franklin, Bear shouted. We need you. Can't, whispered Franklin. The game stopped. Why not? They asked. I don't have my sword, said Franklin. Bear was disappointed. But how can we play knights without a sword? He asked. Franklin looked around. He found a stick on the ground. I'll use this, he said. Do you think a stick can be a sword? Maybe if you're playing pretend, it could be. They fought dragons all afternoon. Tomorrow, said Franklin, I will have my sword. Then we can save Lady Beaver from the fire breathing dragon. We are courageous, Sir Franklin and Sir Bear. Beaver slapped her tail down. Psh, hard. I don't want to be saved. I want to be a brave knight too. All right, said Franklin. You can be Sir Lady Beaver, and together we will save the king. You'll need your special sword, said Bear. Of course, said Franklin. When Franklin got home, his father was annoyed. Uh-oh, there's that word. This means his father was kind of frustrated. I found this in your drawer, he said, holding the apple core. That's not where it belongs. And I found a cap on the floor. That's not where it belongs either. Franklin threw the apple in the garbage and hung up his cap. What all the fuss about a little mess? Should you put apples in your drawer, boys and girls, where your clothes go? No, apples when you're done eating them go where? In the garbage can. Goose came by looking for a puzzle. She had loaned to Franklin. Can I please have my puzzle back? She said. Franklin looked in his room. His room was such a mess that he couldn't see the puzzle among the books and the crayons and the blocks and the balls. Maybe it's in my closet, said Franklin. Uh-oh. Do you think he can find it through all this mess? No. Franklin opened the closet door. It was messy in there, too. He stepped inside. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It was very loud and noisy. Franklin's parents came rushing in. Are you all right? They asked. I'm all right, said Franklin. But my sword isn't. He held it up. The pieces were shattered. What a mess, Franklin said sadly. Maybe you need more places to put your things, said Franklin's mother. They found boxes in the basement. They painted them and named them Toy Box, Puzzle Box, Costume Box, Block Box. They put books on the bookshelf. Then they put a special hook on the back of the door for a new sword. Now that looks much better, doesn't it, boys and girls? Everything has a place to go. The tidying up took a long time, but it wasn't so bad because Franklin found lots of things he thought he'd lost before. Goose's puzzle, his own favorite purple crayon, and enough cardboard wood and string to make a new sword, and even a shield. So he found all of his favorite things just by cleaning up. The next morning, Franklin dressed in full armor. He was especially proud of his new shield. It said, Sir Franklin, loyal and brave. Sir Franklin, said his mother, I think you forgot something. Franklin's mother whispered in his ear. Franklin smiled. They took a crayon and added two more words to his shield. What do you think the two words were? Let's keep reading to find out. And neat. Not only was he becoming a brave and loyal Sir Franklin, he was brave and neat. I hope you enjoyed that story, boys and girls. And don't forget not to be bossy, but be fair. And don't be messy, but be tidy and neat. Good night, Lowndes County.